Hi, I'm David Bilsborough, business owner here at Cheshire Cars and Crew in Cheshire, and today's video is courtesy of Tendai, who suggested this one, which I think is a very good suggestion, so thank you Tendai. And it's to do with the potential issues and sort of liability with an older, higher mileage motor car. So yes, as we use a car, the mileage creeps up and we tend to sort of maybe take servicing a little bit less as a number one feature, as if the car was 1 or 2 years old. We would always be topping up and checking things, when in reality, as the car becomes an older piece of machinery, we should be doing it as many times as we were when it was a new car, but we don't, and then we sell it and someone else takes it on and then they don't do it, and then before you know it you've gone 2, 3, 4 years without having a service. So there are some of the problems, as you probably appreciate. So before we go into details of those issues and what you can do to sort of safeguard the reliability of your older, higher mileage car, let me tell you quickly that the YouTube channel is approaching 1 million views, and we have over 1,350 subscribers to Cheshire Cars YouTube channel. So do consider subscribing to the channel, and if you subscribe then please also hit the bell button, and when we do another video and upload it to YouTube, you'll get a notification. So it's not just a salesy channel, there's lots of useful tips and videos on there, hundreds in fact. I think we're approaching 500 videos. So please, we'd be delighted to see you subscribe to our channel. So yes, people can't always afford to buy a new car, or one that's 1 or 2, 3 years old. They have to buy one that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. And thankfully, there's a strong market for that. And the same sort of rules are there in terms of trying to buy the best older car that you can. What should you look for, and why should you look for it? Well, the first sort of thing you should look for is the condition of the car, and you can do this by looking through the MOT database online. There is a link on the gov.uk website for just doing that, so you can have the registration number, hit the search button, and it will come back with that car's current and past MOTs. And why is that important, I hear you ask? It's important because any advisories or failures in that car's MOT history will be on that site, so you don't even have to go and see the car to be building a picture of the type of car it is. And that's what we do as dealers. If we get offered an older car in exchange, even if we're not keeping it for retail within Cheshire Cars, we still want to offer it to another garage or a trader, knowing, is it a good car, is it an average car, is it a not so good car? So even we look at that. So please consider looking at the MOT database. It's a really good pointer. The next thing you can do, of course, is take someone along with you. If you do go and look at the car, an expert, someone like me even. And I've done that for several people, or more than several people, over the last 26 years. Well, what causes the issues with the older cars is lack of maintenance. Because if you're not taking the car into the workshop for an oil service and an air filter to be changed, and just a routine check over, they're not checking them over. You're not having the opportunity for a professional engineer, a workshop person, to give you an update on the health of your car. If you don't take it in on a consistent basis, you're going to have a problem like with the cam belt. So the cam belt keeps everything in the engine in sync. So if you don't have it checked, they won't be able to check on the cam belt. And lots of people that we speak to have no idea the car's even got a cam belt. So there's spin-offs all the time through regular maintenance. Tyre pressures, water in the radiator. If any of these come low, of the tyres, then you make the car unsafe, really, for dangerous to use on the road. If you get too low, you can't go anywhere with it. And if you haven't checked the spare wheel, if there is a spare wheel, lots of cars don't even have spare wheels these days. Of course, you have a compressor with some sealant, tyre sealant. You could end up being stranded in the dark on your own, miles away from home or your destination. So regular maintenance is very, very important and can give you the confidence to buy an older car. So I would always say look for service history, I would always say look on the MOT database, and I would always sort of go the extra mile buying a car, taking it to your workshop, get them to give you a health check on the vehicle, and think carefully, spend £200, £300, £400 if you need to, because the chances are it will be money well spent. So I think that is a very small resume of what are the issues, what could be the issues, what's causing the issues of buying a higher, older, higher mileage car. In essence, buying a higher, older car should be safe, providing you follow those guidelines that I've just given you. And if in doubt, take a professional person with you and let them look over the car, and also obviously test drive the car. You must also always test drive the car up to 70 miles an hour where it's safe to do so, and that will tell you whether there's any imbalance on the steering, if the car pulls to the left or the right. So you can, by getting the car up to speed, then you can decide whether it's worth investing your hard-earned savings and money into. So that's David Bilsborough. I'm the business owner at Cheshire Cars. There'll be more from Tendai and myself over the coming weeks and months.